Boeing went outside the sort of union negotiation sort of realm, and they went directly to their striking workers. And that was sort of seen as sort of them going bypassing the union. And the union said that based on that, they will not be bringing this offer to vote. And so that sort of raises the possibility that the strike, which is currently on day 10, could draw out longer. And that means Boeing is unable to actually build planes.
Now, Sid, can you break down for us what else you had the 30% pay bump, but what else is in there? What else does their offer include?
So the offer is a 30% pay bump, as well as it talked about basically an improvement on the 401k pension on the sort of retirement plan, but they did not bring back the defined benefits pension that the unions were clamoring for, as well as the unions have been asking for a 40% pay increase, and this was lower than that threshold. And so essentially it wasn't quite what the union was asking for, but it was substantially improved. They also doubled the bonus that if the workers sign this deal, they will get $6,000. And so they've offered quite a bit of sweeteners on this deal, but at the same time, it's still not clear when the union will actually be in a position to accept and get the vote out to its members to whether they accept these deals or not.
Let's talk about the kind of pressure that Boeing is under right now. You talked about the production of the planes. Just where does everything stand?
So production of their most important models like the 737 MAX, the 767, which is a cargo plane, as well as the 777, has been virtually shuttered because of the strike. And that's built in the Seattle area. The 787, which is built in Charleston, is not affected by the strike, but then parts supplied to those planes are affected. So essentially, Boeing is virtually unable to deliver any planes to its customers while they are sort of working on this, while the strike carries on. They've also been unable to generate cash because Boeing gets paid cash every time it delivers planes, and they haven't been able to deliver any planes, and so they don't get enough cash. And they burned through $8 billion already in the first half of the year, and they were hoping to sort of reverse that trend in the second half. That doesn't look likely. And so Boeing's going to keep burning through cash, and they desperately need the deal so that they can get production back again, and they can get deliveries back again, and they can start generating cash in order for them to be able to service their large debt.
So in the meantime, what are they doing to preserve that cash? I mean, during the strike, I think some of their executives taking pay cuts while this is happening. What are they doing?
Absolutely. So the CFO has announced a bunch of measures that the company is going to be taking in order to preserve cash, including putting some workers on a 1-week furlough every 3 weeks. They've also talked about cutting travel. They've been cutting first class and business class travel for executives. Some of the executives, including the CEO, Kelly Ortberg, are taking pay cuts. And so they have announced a wide range of measures across the board to preserve cash. At the same time, it's vitally important for them to actually start delivering planes because that's the only way they can actually generate cash.
Real quick, like 20 seconds. Is the flying public going to notice any of this anytime soon?
They might, because airlines will be forced to hold on to older planes for longer because they're unable to get newer planes, and essentially that translates into maybe capacity may be constrained for slightly longer because airlines won't be able to get all the planes that they ordered and are expecting delivery of, and consequently airlines will have to have fewer planes on fewer routes.